Like I said before, this is probably one of the most challenging areas, except for maybe that really big stump at the end, because it's uphill. So my feet are just about at the roof of the skid steer, to give you an idea of the height change. And so I gotta come uphill, kind of come into here and turn and come back across this way. So let's see how that goes. And once I'm in the skid steer and kind of looking back at the first big stump there I need to take out, I realize, yeah, this grade is still too steep to push that stump over. It's just, as I climb up there and approach it, I'm leaning way back. I'm going to try and take a scoop here, but it's just still too steep, and the camera just doesn't show it. And as I start to dig, I start to tilt back, and I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm going to need more soil. And what's always hard to tell during the filming is, what am I thinking right there at that moment? And what I'm thinking is, where am I going to get more material? I clearly need to make it flatter for about 12 feet approaching that tall stump. So I'm really just like, can I shave some more from here? Of course, if I shave from where I'm at, then that makes that part steeper to approach. You just sit there and ponder, where am I going to get all this stuff from? And I end up, regrading the approach, the trail leading up to this, and taking some of the soil there. I know you need that reverse horn for OSHA safety, but man, is that thing annoying. So I'm deciding to cut some more grade here and take some more soil from further back. I am definitely going to need a lot more material, so a lot of regrading is going to take place. And you'll see that I'm going to dump the soil about 12 feet back from the stump, because really what I want is a flatter area approaching the stump that's less steep. So I need to take material and dump it just before the stump, for really about 10 to 15 feet leading up to the stump, and get that area flat. And if you look closely, you can see the material building up on the right-hand side of the bucket from our perspective. The left side is from the driver's side. You know, it's filling up the bucket on that side because I'm shaving and grading as I go along to build up the material. So the area is a little bit more flat. You can see as I start to push, it just immediately starts tipping the skid steer back on its heel. And if I try pushing much higher on the stump, it tilts it back dramatically. So I pretty quickly decide, yeah, I need even more material to level that area out. ultimately, I'm going to decide that just the approach leading up to this is not going to have enough soil. I just don't need to grade it that much, and I don't want to keep digging a hole deeper and deeper. I don't want this trail to be below the surface. Ultimately, I'm going to decide I've got to go all the way back to the road and pick up some material from way back there, which is probably about 300 feet away. It's clear to me that I got to get more earth up here, so I'm coming at this a lot flatter. I got to build this up. This is just too steep to come at this, and this is a much smaller tree than the other end, and the other end's steeper, so there's no way I can come up that side. So I'm actually going to have to build this up so that I can come at this a little more level. So I won't bore you with that. That's going to take me a long time because I'm a rookie. Decided I need to get material all the way back from the road where I've done some gully cleaning and cleaned out sand and gravel out of the gullies and piled it up. So I got some semi-piles of stone and sand that I can use to help build up that area. Problem is, it's 300 to 400 feet away, so a bit of back and forth. 15 feet or so that are in front of this stump I need to get are finally getting piled up after a lot of trips back and forth that were not on camera, hauling material up here, reducing the angle that's approaching that first stump, and we're finally getting close to being able to try and attack it, to push it over safely, but it's even going to take some digging to get it out. Using almost this whole pile by the entrance to the trail. I actually did have more piles further up and down the road, but then again, you're going to do a lot of driving, so I'm hoping that I can get this done with just taking these piles down and hauling them to the platform. Do a 360-degree turn up here on the platform, but it's still a bit sloped, so it is a bit nerve-wracking, but ultimately I decided it is safe enough to do a full 360 here so I can attack the stump by now. am still being pretty cautious. I am trying to attack it from the base, rip up some roots. I'm still a bit nervous from almost tipping over by pressing at the top of the stump. So I'm first trying to rip up and loosen the stump up a bit and see if I can get it from below rather than trying to push it from the top. I'm doing my turns here really slowly for two reasons: not to hit any trees, but also I'm feeling it's still not quite big enough on top to safely and quickly turn around. So I'm trying to spread the earth out a bit and make the platform up here a little bigger. So next episode, we'll try and start attacking that stump. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.